Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A give running right is Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 10 and the Browns are going to get a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
From the gun, Love. He may try and run for this. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
It's 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Saquon Barkley. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Steps away to his left. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And some room to roam now. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, Love. Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
At the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Love drops it off for Chubb. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Browns nothing.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 3rd down, Love. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota eluding the pressure right. Flushed out right. Got some room at the 30, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Barkley, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The Browns' drive about to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, Mariota again. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On 3rd down, Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Ready. 61. That's fine. Ready, go.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Mariota. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, Mariota. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. They'll run for it with Barkley. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Saquon Barkley denied on fourth down. And this Browns defense stands tall. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
22. All right, here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. All right, let's get there. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. You must. Scene 6. That's 22. Mike 22. Here I come. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Danny.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Switch. Blue dot Corker. Delta. We don't get to that. Mike over there. Pick it up. Nine's the Mike. Man, I got you. Mike 9.
Operating from the gun. Love. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Hey, we got to seal. You ain't going nowhere. Mike 9. Bravo. Bang out.
On first down, Love. Dancing to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The final shot before break. Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Slant. Mike 9.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Let's get it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Browns' 20-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Crunch time, defense.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Get ready.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Let's think about this stage of the second half. You're taking the chip shot field goal, right?
Boy, I'd love to be on the headset right now between head coach and play caller because you know it's a heavy conversation right here because I'm guaranteed the play caller is like, Coach, I've got this. I've got to play for this one. But the smart play, kick the field goal, take the chip shot, 3 points.
Yeah, tie the game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If he gets strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking to throw on second down. Love. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Love forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And take it right on the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. This is Barkley, and he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. And we got Mike. 53. And we got
They'll go to Barkley again. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This will be taken at the 10. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mariota to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever is...
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 71 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 22 on the season. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Chubb on 1st down, not going to go anywhere as he'll lose 3 on that one. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Squeeze. Squeeze. Get in there.
And again, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Ready. 22 by 22. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Swap. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Drop deep. Mike 22. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike 26. Go.
From the gun on third down. Love. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He's looking for Ridley again, and that'll bring up second down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. There he goes, right side. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. They'll look to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Pittsburgh, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.